Well, I think you need to know the store and you need to know the maker. If it's yes, I would say mostly in a reputable store, probably yes. The reason being is that that's a statement that is such a sensitive trigger these days that they're being watched pretty closely when you make that. So yes. Will it eventually fade out?
Yeah, wouldn't they naturally fade out because they're not?
Well, yeah, here's the deal, okay? Anybody who knows anything about GMOs isn't going to buy and eat any, okay? Which is why they don't want to label it in this country, okay? The food industry fights so hard because they know if it says contains GMOs, no one's going to buy it. And when they can't make any money, that's when it'll fade out. So yes, eventually, you know, it's like anything else. It's sort of like a behavioral disease that exists in the population of food producers at the moment. And eventually, when they find they can't make any money of those, they'll stop making it. That's the basic laws of how the deal runs. When there's no money to be made, nobody does anything. So there's a GMO labeling bill going around in Washington, D.C. right now. I suggest you contact your local representative and senator and say, I want to know. I have a right to know what's in my food supply. And just tell us. Let us make the decision. Who are they to think that they can hide this from us? What makes them think that they have the right to do this? You know, they're public servants after all. They don't recognize it. Most of them have got a misplaced idea of their importance. Seriously, don't get me off on that subject. But there are public servants, you know. All we want to do is know and be able to make the decision for ourselves. So let them know. Talk to them about it. Talk to everybody about it. Get everybody to do it. Because if they think, just like if the food people don't think there's any money, they won't make it, right? If our legal representatives think they won't get reelected, they'll stop backing it, you know, and start coming over to our side. Okay? It's a sad commentary, but it's true. I think if you make it plain to your senators and Congress people that you don't like that and ask them, what is your position? Don't give me any double talk political garbage. Are you for or against this? Plain and simple. I asked that to one of my representatives. She didn't like it. They don't like to not have room to dance. You know, they don't say yes or no. Just yes or no. Well, you see it. They took no, yes or no. So if you do that, then you'll change it. But the food lobby in general, and Monsanto and others like that, and there's some big ones out there, have huge amounts of money, and sadly, they buy huge amounts of influence. And it's not what they're doing, it's what they're doing without letting us see it. You know, if they want to mess with the genes of a soybean, go right ahead. But make it plain to me that the product that I may eat has got that in it, so I can decide whether or not I'm going to eat it, not make it something that you get to decide in the halls of Congress or some back room in a political action committee or something. Have we been approached by people who want money in order to endorse our products? Because they don't do it for free. Okay. And yes, we have, and you'll see that we've actually paid money. We have a kosher certification on some of our products. Have for years. And we do that because a lot of people feel that's important. But we pay to have those inspections done, and we pay every year to have that done. So there are lots of folks out there who will, you give them the right amount of money, they'll give you the right blessing, if you will. Mm-hmm. So when we don't feel the need, you know, we have a reputation for excellence that goes on for decades and decades and decades, and you have a scientific advisory board seal that's a pretty big endorsement. We do have a position statement on SAB letterhead that states in very simple, clear terms that we do not use any genetically modified ingredients. In particular, there is no transgenic DNA, that's that modified DNA in any of our products. So if you would like a letter to that effect, you can get it from the office. Yes? Talk to your distributor services representatives, it's a standard letter in the question and answer database.